Welcome back to Know by 2025. Maybe not the most appropriate introduction for today's video because I'm actually doing a haul. This is a haul for November and December of 2024. If you're curious to see what were the last purchases I made before I entered my Know by year, then I hope that you will stick around and keep on watching. Well, hi guys, how are you? I just realized I was gonna make this into a Martini Monday, and I completely forgot to make myself a martini. I might need to remedy this. Be right back. Problem solved. Cheers. Of course, right after I made myself a Cosmo, I also realized I started a workout plan, but I still have to do my workout later today. So maybe drinking before exercising is not the most brilliant plan. I just totally spaced out and forgot that the order of events that I'm doing things in today is not quite how it should be, but it is what it is. We're gonna see what exercising feels like after having a martini. In any case, happy Martini Monday. It is the first Martini Monday of 2025 because I have been drinking less martinis. But you know, the way January's been going, I figured it's time. I'm still filming this at the end of January. I wasn't even trying to do a dry January to begin with. I'm just in general drinking a little bit less. But today is a martini kind of day. However, today is also really fun because I'm doing a haul. For those of you that are new to my channel, well, first of all, hi and welcome. My name is Natalia. I'm a concert pianist who loves all things makeup and beauty, but I am doing a Know by year in 2025. And yes, I occasionally do Martini Mondays, which basically means it's a video where I drink and I post it on a Monday. I have been promising that I'm going to do my last haul of 2024. So if you are interested in primarily content where I will be using makeup that is already in my, well, all of it is already in my collection, including the things I've never tried. But if you're interested in content where I mostly revisit my existing makeup and also attempt to try all the new makeup that is already in my house, because there's still quite a lot of it around here with or without this haul, then I hope that you will consider subscribing if you're trying to be a little bit more mindful this year, need a community that is supportive of all of our no buy and low buy journeys, as well as just a group of people that loves talking about makeup, then I hope, as I said, that you will consider subscribing. Let's start with all the things that I got from Sephora. I did a Sephora haul for their main fall event, VIB, whatever they're calling it nowadays, holiday event. That haul has been up for a while. However, after that, they continued to have quite a few sales throughout the month of December. They did another 20% off for everyone, I believe. And then they also did, was it like a post-Christmas sale or I can't remember, but they did a big sale where there were quite a lot of good things available at 50% off. I did end up buying a few things from Sephora that I have not shown you guys, and I haven't tried most of this either. One of the things I had mentioned in my last Sephora haul when I purchased a full size of the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Pillow Talk blush is that I actually would go ahead and return that full size blush, which I did, and instead purchase this little set with two minis, which includes the Matte Pillow Talk and also has, it's the Illuminate one. Is it also in Pillow Talk? Yeah, they're both in Pillow Talk. It's just one is like the more highlighty blush, depending, I guess, on your skin tone. It could be a highlighter or a blush. And then the matte one that I've been wanting for a very, very, very long time. So I did go ahead and get this little mini set instead. I also did pick up the Danessa Myricks holiday set. I already threw away the packaging, I'm sure. Sorry, I was just checking. But yeah, I've already been using these blushes. I mentioned them actually in my 2024 favorites, which I'm sure has gone up by now. Danessa Myricks had a set with two full-size blushes, and I don't remember which of these were the limited edition shades and which ones are in her permanent range. I should have checked before filming. I am so sorry that I didn't. I want to say Dancing Queen is in her permanent line, if I am not mistaken, and this Spiced Latte shade is, or was, the limited edition one. I have not tried, I don't believe tried either one of those shades yet. However, I did try the minis. Jubilee, which I think is part of the permanent line, and I have really enjoyed that so far. And then she came out with Red Velvet, which is this beautiful red shade. So both of these little guys I've already used and really enjoyed. I don't own any other red blush, so I was super excited about this. As I said, they had this 50% off on kind of random products, but there were a few really good products. And what I picked up is the Color Wow cult favorite firm and flexible hairspray, because I realized I don't own a single hairspray, and I know this brand is very hyped on social media, so I was curious to try something from them, and it was 50% off, so why not? And they were 2 Natasha Denona palettes that I don't own that were 50% off, and I couldn't help myself. The mini retro, I don't know if this is like going away permanently or what, because it's been out of stock ever since on Sephora's website. It does have little flecks of green in there, so I guess maybe the shades busted just a little bit in transit. I haven't even opened this. I've heard so many great things about the mini retro in so many years. I actually am one of the few people that really enjoys the midi retro glam or whatever it's called. I am very excited to have this palette, and I already have the 3 lip products. I don't have the face palette, which I have always eyed, but that one was not 50% off. But I finally got my hands on the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, because this too was 50% off. I don't know, I just can't resist Natasha Denona at 50 off. Opening this with you guys, well, no, I think I did open and look at this, but I have not done anything else with it. I'm not gonna swatch anything right now. I will do my best to put in B-roll as I talk about these products, especially because I just filmed my Build Your Own palette that should have gone up last Thursday of January, and I was doing so much swatching in that video, and I've been really suffering with terrible eczema and dry skin because of course it's winter. I just do not want to put my hands through any more wipes or washing or anything like that for the rest of the day today. So I'm gonna just film this and show you guys the products, and all the swatching is gonna have to be done on a different day and then edit it in. I'm really sorry, but that's just gonna have to be how it is. I'm also trying to move things out of the way on my desk, because otherwise I'm gonna lose track of what I already showed you guys and what is still to go. Let's finish off with Sephora, because there was one last purchase I made. Again, I can't remember. I know it was during one of their sales. They had several in December, which is weird. They always hype up that big November one, of course, and then they end up having like 3 more sales afterwards. Anyways, what I did do is I replenished on my JVN air dry cream. This actually came in a pack with a little mini. I already put it away somewhere in my closet, and I looked for it just now, but it was not an easy find. So I figured it's not that important. You guys understand what this product is, and there's just another mini that came with it, so it was basically pay for this, get the little travel size for free, and I probably got an additional 20% off on this or some such thing. But this is pretty much exclusively what I use on my hair, unless I am going to blow dry it out straight. But if I'm wearing my hair curly, whether I dry it with a diffuser, which is what I do probably 90% of the time, or if I let my hair air dry like I did last night, but by the time I slept on it, it looked like a disheveled mess this morning, hence the bun. This is basically the main product I use, with very few exceptions. I've tried other things last year. I tried to use some of my mousses, and it's okay. I don't know, I just feel like my hair is a little crunchier when I use mousse. I like the fact that this basically just feels like my hair, only with a little bit more definition. And then the 2 last products that I'm seeing from Sephora, unless I'm forgetting something, are the Inky List Invisible Pimple Patches. I've been hearing about pimple patches, of course, from everybody for so long. I've never tried pimple patches before. This is the first time, and somebody was talking about how they really like these. So I was like, you know what? I'm finally before my no-buy year, I'm going to get a pack just so I have a few and I can try them this, in 2025. And I think, used them once or twice so far. There are 22 patches in this. What I really liked about these, and because I have nothing to compare to since I've never used anything else, is they are completely clear and they stay on. I think I put one on overnight. I have this breakout that just will refuse to go. I still have it weeks later. It like comes and goes, but I am a picker, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to change my habits and use pimple patches instead. Put it on like an hour or two before bed, woke up the next day, washed my face because I completely forgot, of course, that I have a pimple patch on, because it's not like I do this on the regular yet. And I think it was only when I was like applying skincare or something that I was like, wait, what is on? Oh. So yeah, they're definitely invisible and you don't feel them. So that was actually really cool to find out, because I was a little worried about that. You know, every time I'd hear pimple patches, I'd be like, well, I don't want to walk around with a bunch of tape that's like tugging at my skin on my face. It doesn't feel like that at all. So that was a pleasant surprise. And I have met Steph from It's Just Steph at a Creators and Friends event back in 2023, and I watch her channel very regularly. And I remember in one of her hauls, she talked about this Sephora facial razor set, and one of my beauty goals for this upcoming year that I know I didn't mention in my goals video that I posted, because I don't know, I guess it's like a small goal that I didn't feel is very important and didn't think of it at the time. But one of my beauty goals is to use my devices more this year, and also to get rid of my peach fuzz on the regular. So I'm really excited to try these razors, because Steph was saying that she really enjoys them. And the only ones I've ever tried, I feel like, was some sort of a pack I bought from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. It worked okay, but I felt like I had to scratch and scrub at my skin for quite a while. Or maybe actually that was the time that I even filmed a video about when they didn't work at all, and then I just bought a bunch of razors at like my local drugstore or some such thing. But either way, I heard good things from Steph. I'm curious to try these. Let's get into Ulta, and then we'll do everything else, because there's a couple of odds and ends that I'm gonna tag on at the end. Ulta also, as I'm sure you probably know if you were shopping during November and December, was having sales right and left and center. I don't remember what sale this was that I picked these things up. I did actually write out the prices for this stuff before filming. For the Sephora things, I didn't, because aside from the things that I got at 20% off, I mentioned that they were those 3 items I got at 50 off. The Wow hairspray, the 2 Natasha Denona palettes. So those, I guess the mini Natasha Denona palette must have been in that case $14.50, because I think they're $29, or $13.50 if they're $27. I don't remember now what the price is. What is their regular price? Is it $27 or $29? Either way, it was either $13.50 or $14.50. And then the My Dream, the midi palette, was $34.50, I believe, because I think they're now $69. The Wow, I don't remember, but it's half price of whatever it normally is. And then everything else was 20% off. Whereas with Ulta, I don't remember if it was a percentage or if it was like a buy one, get one, but I do have the prices in case you guys are curious for whatever reason of what I actually paid for these items. It was one fairly large order that I placed at the end of 2024, sometime in December, and I also got quite a hefty gift with purchase. So I can quickly go through and show you guys what is in there as well, in case you want me to review any specific products, because of course I do plan on using all these things in 2025 with my no buy. These are my purchases that I kind of carried over into 2025. I specifically did not want to use anything until I filmed this video, because I also thought that for me it would be really fun to dig into these products and feel like I have a whole bunch of new exciting things that I just recently got. 2 Fenty products that are not new products to the line, but something that has been on my wish list for probably years by now, because I feel like these products have been out for multiple years. The Fenty Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint, I got mine in shade 2. Hopefully it is a good shade. I might, as I said, swatch it later and include B-roll, but I'm certainly not going to do that right now. We can look at the bottle and see. I mean, there's really no way to tell if this is going to be my shade or not, but I'm hoping that it will be. I've I've heard so many content creators talk very highly of this product. I love the fact that the packaging is very compact, but you get the same amount of product as most bulky foundation bottles. This still has, in fact, you get 2 ml more, so 0.08 fluid ounces more. This has 32 ml or 1.08 fluid ounces, and I feel like most foundations are 1 fluid ounce, so while I'm not holding my breath out for those extra 2 ml, it's still very, very cool that you get the full amount of foundation in a very travel friendly plastic compact package. I mean, okay, maybe the plastic part. It's not great for our planet, but I like everything else about it. And the Eavesdrop is originally $36. I paid $25.20 for it. Is that like 30%? That sounds like it's about 30%, right? I'm not gonna do math right now. I actually enjoy math, but not at this moment. And then the other product that I have wanted to try for the longest time is the Sunstalker bronzer. And I got mine, I think, in the lightest shade. Yeah, 01 in the sun. I want to say, with the exception of maybe something I've gotten from TJ Maxx and like free lip products that come in sets, these are the first official Fenty Beauty. No, I'm lying. The first Fenty Beauty product, I think, officially that I bought was the Eavesdrop foundation stick. And I got this in the spring or summer of 24. So this is my second exciting Fenty Beauty purchase. Of course, I already dug my finger into this. This looks very light. Okay. I mean, that's great that it looks very light, because that means, well, we know that Fenty has a great range, but I wonder if I overdid it on the caution and actually picked a shade that's going to be too light for me. We're going to have to see. Hopefully it is a bronzer that will work for me. And that I paid, did I say already, $24.50 for instead of $35. Okay, now I'm really curious. Yeah, that's 30%. 350 times 3 is 1050. 35 minus 1050, 24.50. Yes. So Fenty was having a 30% off sale. NYX was buy one, get one 50 off. So what I did, because I knew with my no buy, I would really miss having a NYX micro brow pencil, because I think the only main one that I have and that I've been using, aside from like a couple of strays that I've gotten in beauty boxes or some such thing, is this current one. Even that I got in a beauty box. I don't remember the brand or what it is. It's completely rubbed off, but it's like a chubbier, chunkier brow pencil. And while I've been using it just to use it, I can't say I've been enjoying it. So I wanted to get my micro brow, because so far this is my favorite brow pencil. Granted, I haven't tried a lot of brow pencils because I only started doing brows, honestly, half a year to a year after I started my YouTube channel. Before that, I would just throw in like the Benefit eyebrow gel that has like supposedly a few of the fibers and some color to it. That was my brow routine for years and nothing else. As I said, it wasn't really until I started this channel and I kind of felt like, all right, I've got to actually learn how to do my brows a little bit better than what I've been doing so far, that I started trying whatever pencils I had at the time. NYX has been the only eyebrow pencils I have actually purchased that, as I said, didn't come in like subscription boxes or gift with purchases or whatnot. So far, these are my favorites. I've tried a few colors. I purchased ash brown because I think I had an ash brown and I gave it to my mom at some point. So I replenished my ash brown. Since it was buy one, get one 50% off, one of the things I had wanted to try for the longest time, ever since these came out, was one of the Buttermelt bronzers. And I think I got this also in the lighter shade, so we'll have to see how this goes. This is in BMB01. BMB, Buttermelt bronzer. Buttermelt, BMB01. Buttercup is the name of the shade. We're gonna rip the seal. Okay, this one looks a little deeper and it looks like it has a sheen to it. I might really like this. Let's compare. I wanna make sure I'm not hallucinating, and in fact, the NYX one, totally different, not just in terms of depth, but in terms of like the, what am I trying to say? The undertones, the shade range. I have heard that these NYX bronzers tend to pull almost a little bit rosy toned, and some people use them borderline as blushes. So looking at them now, yeah, they're definitely drastically different from each other. But I'm super excited to try both. The The micro brow pencil, I believe regularly is $11, and that's what I paid for it. And then the Buttermelt bronzer is normally $10, and I got it for $5. And then I got 2 lip products. One was influenced by the internet. The other one was influenced by Angelica Nyquist. Angelica Nyquist has been hyping up these Benefit plush tints. I also heard Steph, I think, talk about them and highly of them. And these are the moisturizing matte lip tints. And I don't know, I just feel like before my no-buy starts, I want one updated new matte product. I have liquid lipsticks from the years past. I will be going through them. Some of them are in my Shop My Stash, and I want to see which ones are still okay, which ones have gone off. But I wanted one updated formula to try. I have not tried this yet. This is in French Toast. That was the shade I selected. I'm really excited to give this a go, and this is originally $24. I purchased it for $16.80, and then I did get the REM Essential Drip Glossy Balm in Hocus Cocoa. This was, I think, one that people were like putting on top of 4 other different products to create some sort of like an ombre red brown look situation. I don't know. It was a TikTok thing. I don't do TikTok. I don't remember, but I do know that I've been getting into brown shades in general before 2025 started. Before I think even Pantone announced their whole mocha mousse situation. If you want to see my build your own palette that revolves around the Pantone color of the year, I can link that video for you guys. I'm really curious to try something from REM Beauty. It is my very first product from REM, and it's probably going to be my only product from REM for a while. Really excited to try this. These are originally $19, and I snagged this for $13.30. So that was it from Ulta, except of course for the gift with purchase. They had 4 or 5 to choose from, and it was really tough because every single bag had at least something that I've been curious about for a really long time. And then there was a bunch of stuff that was pretty much the same in every bag. Of course, most of it, I don't know if you guys can see, is just like samples. But let's pull out the samples and look. Tons of perfume samples, which I guess is good because I am on a no-buy for perfume as well. So let's see what we got. We got Valentino Born in Roma Intense. Givenchy, is it oh my gosh, French. I can't. I'm so sorry. It's this. Okay, we've got Chloe. I think this is just the original Chloe. I've smelled this many a time, so I don't know if honestly I will use that, but whatever. Paco Rabanne 1 million. And I don't know if these are all supposed to be for women, for men, for, you know, more feminine, more masculine. I know some fragrances are unisex, but a bunch of these that I'm showing you I don't think are marketed that way. Jean Paul Gaultier, this is Gaultier Divine. Don't think I have tried this one, but on the back of this, as I am showing it to you, it says I am a woman, what's more divine? So we know who this is marketed towards. And then Ariana Grande Cloud Pink. I usually don't enjoy too much like celebrity fragrances, and I have a feeling this is going to be too gourmand and too sweet, but I'll try it. Let's see, let's pull out all of these other little sample packs and see what else we've got, because I know I have been saying it and I still haven't made time for it, mostly because I was sick for a week. But I do want to resume my Sample Sunday series, which is something I do as a shorts here on YouTube. I think I've only posted 2 or 3 of them back in December, or back even in November, and then I kind of dropped off. It's coming. It's gonna come back. Oh, how funny. I have the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Serum, a little sample. I actually got the full size in my Beautylish lucky bag. So I have this Inner Sense Pure Harmony hair bath, and then the daily conditioner, the Pure Inspiration. I like to save these packet shampoo and conditioners for overnight trips, or like 2 or 3 day trips where I know I'm only going to be washing my hair once, and I don't trust necessarily the hotel shampoo and conditioner, or don't know if the host, if I'm staying with somebody, is going to provide me with that. So I tend to save these for travel so I don't have to decant and bring my own. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. interesting. This is the Ilia Multi-Stick, a wash of color for cheeks and lips. And there are 4 shades: In the Mood, Whisper, Tenderly, and Dear Ruby right here in the back. So that could be, I mean, that's like 4 sample sundaes right there. Well, that's exciting. Wow. A little sample of Charlotte's Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. I've never tried any skincare from Charlotte Tilbury. Beauty Stat Universal Microbiome Barrier Balancing Cleanser. Another travel situation. Hey, look at this. Peace Out Acne Healing Spots. I have more to try. And then Belief, the True Cream. This is the Aqua Bomb. Sorry, my iPhone just stopped filming because my phone ran out of storage. So I had to do a little surgery, get rid of a few things real quick. I'll need to really go through and clean out my phone because there's no reason for why I should be running out of storage. Aside from the fact that I take too many videos and photos that I then never look at again. Okay, where was I? I think I was showing you guys all the little perfume samples and then all the little skincare samples. And I think I left off with the Belief cream. This is the True Cream Aqua Bomb. I don't remember if this is like the actual cream or the gel. I guess since it says the True Cream, hopefully it's the cream, which I prefer. Did that make any sense? I don't even know. Let's see what else is in here. Just a few more bigger items. Oh, another perfume. This is the Acqua di Gio. This is the Giorgio Armani Eau de Toilette. I think I've smelled this before and it smelled fairly masculine. So unless there's another version that I'm not aware of, I will give this a sniff and maybe give this away. There's a Vichy Mineral 89 Fortifying and Plumping Daily Booster. What does that even mean? I don't know. Do you guys know? What is this? I'll have to look this up. There's the Chi Infrasilk Infusion, the Silk Reconstructing Complex. I think I'm actually using this right now. I usually put this in when I get out of the shower along with a drop of like, is it like a biotin oil? No, some sort of an oil. I don't remember. But in any case, I think I already have this product, but in a full size. So I guess now I have it in a travel size. The ABH Lash Sculpt Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. Oh, that's exciting. That was probably one of the products I got this baggie for. Then there's also the Jack Black Double Duty Face Moisturizer. And we're gonna see, because it has the Extreme Sensation caution on it, the full size of the Twice the Spice NYX Duck Plump. This is the one that's supposed to burn. I'm usually okay with the tingly and burning plumpers, so I'll have to give this Duck Plump a go. Let me know if you've tried this. How is it? Are you team plumping and don't care because your lips can tolerate it? Or are you like a hell no, I'm not going near that thing with a 10-foot pole? So that was everything I got from Ulta, including the baggie of samples. And then we have a few odds and ends. I did a Target run for something completely different around the holidays. I think I needed a pan, like to bake something. And don't ask me how or why these two things ended up in my cart, but I found this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade London on clearance, and I guess nostalgia brought me back to the days when we were all wearing these things. So I now have this back in my life. And I also got one of the Buttermelt blushes. I can't remember if this was also on sale, which is why I picked it up, or I just saw it and I decided I wanted. This is in shade 09 Feeling Butter. Let's break the seal. That looks very bronzy. I've heard people talk about this shade, which is why I got it. And since the seal wasn't broken, clearly I didn't look at it in the store. And now I am doubting my choices. But we're gonna have to see how I feel about that. A purchase that I made at TJ Maxx. Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer in Naked Desire. This was $14.99 and I've heard very good things for the couple of years that this has been out. We're gonna have to see how I like this bronzer. It's another light one. This one seems more cooler tone than the one from Fenty. I've got lots of bronzers to play with this year. Apparently 2025 is the year of the bronzer for me, or at least the end of 2024 was. A set that I was going to buy on Sephora, I think, and by the time I placed that last order, it sold out. And by then, for some reason, I had decided I wanted so badly that I went and hunted for it, and I found it on sale at Macy's was this Kaja set. It has their Juicy Glass Lip Oil in a jumbo size, apparently, the Dewy Bar, and the Beauty Bento. And I have never tried anything from Kaja other than, I think, a primer. This is what the set looks like. This doesn't seem like it's a jumbo. This seems like it's like a regular size. So I don't know what they're talking about. But this is in Rose Hip Spritz. Looks like a very pretty pink color. So I'm excited to try that. Then of course we have this deodorant stick looking blush that I've actually heard a few people say good things about. This is in Grapefruit Gelato. It has an expiration date on here, January 18th of 2027. So I have about 2 years, I guess, to use that. We all know how those things go. And the little bit, is this really how small they are? I've never owned one of these. This is so tiny. Wow. I for some reason thought that these were going to be, you know, like at least that size. This is an 08 Chocolate Dahlia. Top shade, beautiful and sparkly. So far so good. Middle shade, matte. And another deeper matte. Hey, I am liking this for my current minimalist aesthetic. This could be a great throw it in my makeup bag and do my makeup on the subway kind of situation. Really excited to try my very first Beauty Bento shadow thing. Let me know if you've tried Kaja Beauty and what do you think, or really anything in this haul. And then, is it last? I believe so. Last, but definitely not least, I'm kind of a clown for this order. I placed it at the very end of 2024, and by very end, I mean like on December 30th. Drinks and shame. Fantasy Cosmetica was having a sale. I put this eyeshadow palette on my list of palettes I wanted but didn't get. I did a whole series of, well, a whole series. I did 2 videos in this grand series. Either eyeshadow palettes I didn't want and I didn't get, therefore. And then I did kind of like a wish list of 2024, like all the eyeshadow palettes that I was curious about and would have probably bought if I was in a very different tax bracket, but I did not. And this palette was on that list, and Fantasy Cosmetica was having a sale, and right around that same time, Amanda and I were chatting in the DMs, and it reminded me of how amazing she is as a person because I did get to meet her once. And yeah, I got the Enchanted Autumn palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. I am so excited to try this. I've never tried the brand. This is gonna be my first and only palette for a while. Oh, it has these little, I didn't even show you guys the whole palette because now we have these little protecting things. I don't know what they're called. There's the entirety of the palette now, right? Did I get all of them? Yes. I took off all of the little white circles to show you guys the palette. It is beautiful. I really like the packaging. It is sleek. It is sturdy. I'm not usually a fan of these decorative small mirrors. I mean, I understand that for the aesthetic of the palette, it works really perfectly because of the artwork and everything. The artwork is beautiful, and I am really excited to try this. There's a lovely card with a little note from Amanda. I love that it says, "I love your face" at the end, because of course she says that in every single one of her videos. I've been watching Amanda on and off for many years, and then when I met her in person in 2023 in Vegas at the same Creators and Friends event, I instantly fell in love with her. Like she is as good and kind and cool and awesome as they get. She's one of those people that at least I felt like you just vibe with immediately. I vibed with her immediately. She just has an incredible energy. She's like this perfect combination of somebody that is inviting, draws you into conversation, but is never overbearing. I don't really know how to describe Amanda in a way that will give it justice. It's just one of those situations where like you meet somebody and you're like, yes, you are my person. I really like you. We would get along. I wish you lived like 3 blocks away and we could hang out at least once a week. In the meanwhile, since we don't live 3 blocks away and I can hang out with Amanda once a week, I will be using her palette. And since I was already placing an order, and since the sale was actually a really good sale, so the palette, by the way, I don't remember what the full price is, but I got it for $38. And Fantasy Cosmetica, as I discovered, sells fragrance samples. Now, unfortunately, they are in those little vials where you have to like unscrew the top and like drip a little bit out. I am usually not about that, and I didn't realize that that's how they were gonna come. I prefer, you know, the little spritzers, but I assume those are more expensive, and it is an indie brand. And on sale, they were only $1.44 each. So I got a bunch. Yeah, I got a bunch. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video of some sort on these. I'm not gonna go through right now and find every single sampler. I'm just gonna read you the list of the ones I got. Rogue scent, Druid scent, Fighter scent, Sorcerer scent, Warlock scent, Wizard scent, Lost Library scent, Abalone, Cowrie, Sundial, and that's it. Abalone, Cowrie, and Sundial were part of the Seaside sample bundle. So I'm not sure about those because I'm not usually into like salt and sea sort of fragrances, but I think because they were part of a bundle, they were like even cheaper than $1.44 per vial. So I decided, why not? Go big or go home. That is it for my final haul of 2024. Not my final haul ever, because I will jump on and let you guys know if I've purchased anything within the parameters of my note by year throughout the year, because if you watch my rules video, you know that there are a few exceptions. I am allowing myself some skincare products that are specifically related to my eczema and psoriasis. I will be allowing myself $50 during my birthday month to shop at Sephora so that I can also get my birthday gift. And I'm also allowing myself to spend my Ulta points should I choose to do so, as well as spend any of my AdSense monies. But I am not even at the $100 threshold for the very first time, so I've never seen any AdSense money from this channel, and YouTube will not pay out until you earn at least $100. In the meantime, I have lots. Oh, I forgot one more thing. I was gonna say, in the meantime, I have lots of things to play around with. And yes, I do, because I forgot that I also purchased
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
14 shades from Simply Posh. They were having $1 per shade sale, these bottom 2 rows right here, of their singles from 2 of their eyeshadow palettes. And this is the first, in fact, today is the first time I'm ever trying Simply Posh Cosmetics, because this shade right here is in my Build Your Own palette. I just put it in here for the sake of this video. This shade is what I have on my eye. There are no shade names on the back of these pans. So while they do have shade names in the palettes that they originally came in, I don't know if I have the patience or the education to compare photos correctly on their website and actually figure out the shade names of these singles. I will try at some point to do that and label them, but as of right now, oh sorry, this one, I was pointing to the wrong one. This is the one that I have on my inner third. I don't know how I'm going to be labeling this, aside from the fact that I know that they are from Simply Posh. Also, I did purchase, not in November or December, but earlier in 2024, and I just never hauled these 10 pretties for your face shades, except you're probably looking at them and saying, Natalia, you can't count, there are 11. That is because my wonderful friend Kelly from Keep Beauty Real sent me, which one did she send me? No, not Lovelies, Virgo. She just recently sent me Virgo, because she also sent me 2 hair tools, because she knows I've been struggling with my fringe, and she is a hairdresser. So she sent me generously 2 hair tools and a heat protectant product from Paul Mitchell. I should have brought those to show you guys, but I didn't. They're already in my bathroom in my hair tools bin. She also threw in Virgo because she created these 4 shades. She created these 4 shades with pretties for your face. And when I was placing the order, for some reason, even though I thought I was ordering all 4, I ordered only 3 of her shades. Somehow I forgot to throw Virgo into my shopping basket, so she was kind enough to send that along to me. So yes, that is now it. Let me know, what do you have from these products? What do you like? What do you want to see in maybe a get ready coffee with me? Do you guys want me to do a Q&A? I feel like I don't have enough subscribers to do something like that. And I'm not active enough on Instagram where enough people follow me on the regular and I could like put up a thing in my stories that says ask me questions. But let me know if you want me to do a Q&A or talk about any specific topics so that I have something to chat with you guys about while I'm trying on some of these new products. What do you want me to try first? I am of course itching to try this. However, I also, because I've never tried it, would love to try my new Natasha Denona palettes. Plus, if you guys have watched my Beautylish Lucky Bag, you know that I also have the Roxa palette that I got as part of that. So I have a lot of Natasha Denona to play with. I'm also super excited for my NYX blush and bronzer, as well as my Fenty Eavesdrop and bronze. I mean, I have so many things to try, and there's this. I am one lucky duck. I think I did really good at the end of 2024 because I got all of this stuff on sale. So yay me. And I have now so much makeup to play with that I swear for now, I don't even feel like I'm on a no-buy. And it's already end of January. So knock on wood, let's hope that I am this enthusiastic and excited about my no-buy year. I have a feeling I'm going to do pretty good. Unless brands start coming out with things that I fall in love with. And then it's gonna suddenly get harder. So far, there are only 2 eyeshadow palettes, really one, that have caught my eye in January, and 1 blush release. I was even gonna do like a monthly video of what would I have liked to buy and what I'm using instead, but I don't know if January actually has enough for me to do that video. So I haven't decided if I'm actually going to do a January roundup or maybe do it like every few months once I feel like I have enough products to chat with you guys about. At this point, I'm just blabbering as if you're here in the room and we're having this conversation. So I'm gonna let you guys go. This has been a long enough haul. Thank you so much for sticking through it all. If you have, drop me some shopping bags or emojis or something in the comments if you're still here. Without any more blabbering, I hope that you guys are doing really, really well. I hope that you are continuing to stay safe and healthy. Take care of yourselves and those around you. And I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Cheers and bye, guys.